It's D-Day for the ex-president and the nation. The impeached former president Park Geun-hye is now at the Seoul Central District Court for a hearing that will decide whether she will be arrested or not. It's a huge disgrace for Park, as this marks the first time in Korea's history that a former president is attending such a hearing. Our Hwang Ho-jun, who is at the court now, joins us to tell us more. Ho-jun, give us the details.
Well, Daeun, it's been about 3.5 hours since Park Geun-hye arrived here, and this place is still jam-packed with reporters. Park arrived here at 10:20 a.m., just 11 minutes after she left her private residence in southern Seoul. She walked in through entrance number 4, an entry that all other suspects use. Physically, she appeared composed, yet stern, in a slight contrast to how she looked when she first left her home, flashing a faint smile to her supporters. The court was scheduled to be back in session at 2 p.m. after a lunch break. The hearing has been held behind doors, but Park and her lawyers are expected to deny all 13 charges against her. Park is charged with colluding with her close confidant Choi Soon-sil to extort tens of millions of dollars from conglomerates, leaking confidential presidential office documents to Choi, and ordering the creation of a blacklist of cultural figures critical of the government. Many of Park's alleged accomplices, including Choi herself, have already either been arrested or jailed for their suspected involvement in the scandal. In the courtroom, Park will be seated directly opposite the judge. Her lawyers will be to her right, as you can see on the graphic we have for you, and prosecutors will be seated to her left. Park will get very little assistance from her lawyers during the hearing, and she'll be required to answer the judge's questions herself.
And Ho-jun, when can we expect the hearing to end, and when will we know whether or not Park will be arrested?
Well, considering the second arrest warrant hearing for Samsung Electronics Vice Chairman Lee Jae-yong took over 7 hours, it's likely this hearing will take as long as that at least, or even longer, with the judge hearing arguments from both sides and then deliberating, reviewing the case. Now, the big question here is where Park will be held during the judge's deliberation. And while nothing has been confirmed yet, observers are speculating she could be placed in a holding cell within the Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office because of its proximity to the court and to minimize security concerns. The court's ruling is expected to come out later tonight or early tomorrow morning. Now, Daeun, if the court grants the warrant, prosecutors will have up to 20 days to continue their investigation and file formal charges against her, and Park will become the country's third former president to be arrested on criminal charges. If she's convicted of receiving bribes, well, she could be facing a minimum of 10 years behind bars. Back to you, Daeun.